Alright, wajuli metaktot brala intiviti ni wati ya abim district mino i district kwata kama chakama dit man mi mik pikuch kelo we koma bit kachel ki dul menena lokom gwako kuch ki district ma matek ya churi saprison kachel mino ki itesa saprison kachel ki karmoda saprison we koma bit RDC man mi mwon kachel ki
Why are the Geo warriors behaving in such a brutal manner in stealing livestock and killing innocent citizens in the districts neighboring them? Which solutions are strategic and which ones are tactical that can help us to end this kind of dispute? And lastly, but not least, for GIZ and all the IPs. After this meeting, we expect that you will now draw a strategic work plan on how to implement the activities highlighted in this meeting and bring this conflict into an end.
GIZ and the implementing partners present who have been handling the cross-border dialogues that we have had for the past 7 sessions in the different districts of Oteso, Karamoja, and Acholi. I, on the behalf of GIZ, going to present the recommendations or the actions that came up during the 7 meetings that we held from May up to the 2nd of this month, this year. We have quite a number of recommendations, and we summarized them, but also my colleague from Acholi really clustered them into stratas, and it is very helpful to really pick those recommendations according to what is that we really want to do socially, what is that we really want to do politically, and what is that we really want to do economically.
Viewers, my name is Opio Lindarojok Aleo, District Chairperson, Agago District. We are here at the district headquarters of Abim District discussing very, very serious issues concerning peace in the areas that are neighboring Kotido District. Actually, as I talk now, my people feel forsaken. They don't feel they are part of the country, and yet I know our government will care for them. As I talk now, women cannot go to their garden. The women who go to weed to harvest are captured, abducted, beaten, raped, and killed. The young men who try to go and look for ends meet, they are arrested, they are cut into pieces. Actually, the most serious and most painful incident was in Lavoie Parish in Adilang sub-county, in Barafo village, where a young man called Okot Santo was captured by the G from Kotido. They killed him and opened his stomach. The heart, the liver, the intestine were out. Actually, the women wept for 1 week. They could not keep quiet. So what I'm saying, the people feel completely that the end of the world is near.
This is a very gruesome act, like now what you're saying. What are some of the resolutions as the leaders you are now saying?
So this meeting, some of the resolutions we have arrived at in this meeting is that government Because I strongly believe that government has the capacity, the means, and the equipment to contain, to tame the GA warriors. So we have agreed no stone should be left unturned to make sure that the GA warriors who are on the mountains in the wilderness are hunted down. Because for them, they talk about human rights. What about the women they are raping? Are their rights not being violated? They are talking about human rights. They are cutting open the stomach of young men. Are their rights not being violated? They have a right to live. So the GA warriors who are raiding every day, the GA warriors who are attacking women in the garden must be hunted down. And I believe UPDF has got the capacity. If UPDF could specify the street of Mogadishu, the Al-Shabaab are very tough people. But I don't think the GA warriors are equivalent of what? Al-Shabaab. Me, I am NRM on NRM ticket, the district chairman. So I believe the right information is not being sent to the president. The president should know that the people of Agago love him because he pacified the eastern part of Agago that was deserted long time ago. People had gone to resettle. They are cultivating. People are harvesting. People are making a lot of money out of their produce. But by now, people cannot go to cultivate. When you go to plow, your oxen are taken. You are killed, you are beaten, you are injured. So I'm appealing to our president that please, you made it possible for the people of Agago to go and settle in those places that they deserted a long time ago. Please, Your Excellency, keep them there. We love you, we will continue loving you, but we are advising you and advising you very strongly. Leave no stone unturned to make sure that the GA warriors stop terrorizing our people. You have the mean. I really appeal to people of goodwill. Let us rescue the people of Agago. Life is almost losing meaning. People are desperate. I thank you so much.
And the major key drivers for this conflict has been the culture, which has been historically violent, but also the climatic conditions pushing people to have very, very difficult livelihood options. And as the leadership of these two regions, of Teso and Karamoja, some of the issues that we have discussed as ways to curb this problem has been, one, as a country, we need to strengthen the capabilities of the army and other security organs like police to enforce order. Karamoja is a very, very vast terrain geographically. And sometimes when our security forces do not have capabilities that are adequate enough to follow and be able to instill discipline among wrong elements, then you find security getting out of control. Part of the solutions to this problem, in our view, that we think we should follow up as leaders, is the leadership of Karamoja needs to engage in mass mobilization of the people, to have a mindset change, to have a mindset shift of the people. We believe that the current leaders that are in Karamoja, and these leaders are even, to our shock and surprise as neighboring districts, Karamoja for the first time has young leaders that in our view we think will have been at the forefront in confronting this problem. We feel the leadership of Karamoja needs to do much more than they are doing now to engage the people, talk to the people, so that the people can be able to have a shift in attitude to get out of these violent tendencies against neighboring communities. We need to have mass mobilization of the people, talking to the people, so that we can have a positive attitude to life, so people can engage in other livelihood options as opposed to causing mayhem and terror to neighboring districts in Acholi, Teso, and Asebe. Another key solution to this problem, in our view, we think we need to improve the way we do recoveries. The current recovery processes in Karamoja create untold suffering to innocent people, because currently, as it is, you just go to Karamoja, identify a cow, whether the cow is yours or it is not yours, you are made to pay a cow which is suspected to be stolen cows. And as a result, instead of solving the problem, we are exacerbating the problem by sometimes recovering animals from people who may not have directly or indirectly participated in stealing neighboring cows. So the process of recovery of animals in the region needs to be streamlined. And lastly, in our view, we feel UPDF and police have done better. We think we need to continue supporting them to continue doing much more better, because this problem can be done by having our security forces doing a better job, and then we can have continue talking. The neighboring districts need to continue dialoguing, and we need to open the trading routes between the districts, between Teso and Karama, so that our people can closely build economic ties, and these economic ties strengthen livelihoods of the people, so that people can have a better life. At the peak of this conflict, around March this year, you know, one gun in the hands of a wrong person can displace a sub-county, because our people have got used to peace, have got used to stability. So when they hear one gunshot, it displaces the whole parish. And when it displaces the whole parish, people begin having misinformation, and everybody keeps on running up and down. So as a result of this, we have experienced communities. As I talk right now, in one of the sub-counties in Kapelebyong district called Okungur sub-county, we have a village called Obulin. Until recently, when we deployed UPDF in Obulin, a section of UPDF, that's when people went back to the villages because of fear.
Again today that we're having this dialogue with all our neighbors who are really not comfortable with my district, Kotido district, because they think that it is the GA that are the trouble setters within the sub-region. It's very true that people from Kotido, a few of them, the criminals, the warriors, have made life very hard for the neighbors, Agago, Kitgum, and Abim district. As the resident district commissioner, it's definitely my duty to ensure that there's still harmony within the area. I'm also happy now that we have enough food, and I believe that the food actually is going to be surplus, and it will not cause mayhem within the community again. I'm very happy to let people know now that the criminals who have been a problem are reducing in number, because they made attempts to go and raid places in Kabong district where they met with the UPDF, who put 5 of them out of action at one moment, and the 2 others who made an attempt to attack the UPDF but were repulsed with casualties. Kotido district is one of the districts that we know has capacity to generate a lot of food, and this season has been a very good one. Would like to thank the UNICEF, the World Food Program, for the energy that they have put into this region. Today's meeting is a very big one, because we have had all walks of life, all the chairpersons within the sub-region, including Teso, who have been able to show their disgust of what the criminals from the GA community have done to their members of the community. I would like to accept that there are a lot of people who are benefiting from the cattle raids in Karamoja. And these people who are benefiting are many, and they do not only sit in Karamoja or Kotido district. As you are aware, that there are a lot of people who are trying to ensure that they do the sensitization, and they pay a lot of money to the service providers. We have people who have houses which are housing these organizations and the NGOs. They are also beneficiaries. I am aware that some leaders, as you are all aware, that they were caught in the act where we lost leaders in this activity. We are also aware that the criminals try to eliminate the people who they suspect have given information to government officials. It is also on record that many people have gone around airing their support to these people who steal animals, because as we all know, that the animals sometimes when we track them disappear before we can be able to track them, which means that they are loaded on trucks.
Yes, sir. We appreciate your time.
The other one is...
You're saying they're doing enough. Can you tell us which tactics you're using in terms of deployment, in terms of, do you know these routes which these people use?
You know, there are some measures which the UPDF, the security will normally take, and it not be very nice to share all the tactics, because one you share all of them, because those same criminals will also be listening to the news. And the moment we give them the direction how we are handling it, it means we are actually telling them and they will escape.
Which areas are most affected? Like for instance, we in Abim and Napakatat, there was a place called Lions Break that has been an escape route, but also there's a place called Lope, which these people used to come from Kotido, and it's now pacified. I mean, people, there are patrols going on,
Yes,
even during the time of the events. I'm just asking briefly, if you're saying you're doing some work, what are you doing, and in which places are most affected?
We have 9 sub-countries which is basically affected in our border. We have, if I have to mention them, we have Umia Pashua, Paimol, Paimolai Town Council. We have Lapono, we have Lierakato, Adilang Town Council, Parabo, and Kaperebio. Those make it 9. And intervention which I can say, basically, whatever is happening in Karamoja, whatever the UPDF are doing here is the same thing. Like the patrol you are talking about, we have them. We have protection of the central corral, which is in place. We have the soldiers escorting people to the garden. Those are few measures which we are putting in place to ensure our people are protected from the hand of the criminals.
Lastly, do you think peace will return to this border district?
Yes, peace will.
Dr. Ben Otto Adol, atiu ki local NGO makaloni Advocates for Research and Development arid en pol dano ngayo mati best impade. Abino kachakane ubero kachakema tika mede ki ma ubero kong Orom sub county ki kono go tawni miere lo tela kong dung ki ken mano RDC LC5 diso ki lo chawi mon matiyo ya choli sub region to try 5th division ki 3rd division matiyo karmo ya choli ki karmo ja sub region ti obere tini ka choke en ni mineno kikin luok ka choke madong obere mano JZ bero ka kamino kony melim wek dano go wot go bin go ber ka choke ni ka bero mapat i border districts o wenge ngo madong lo tela ramo timone madong kiro strategic yone gin mabed mo mier dong tem were a yela pakar mo jonga dong go doxoy so tin ne lok mapol gi logo lo choke mo go logo tamgi LC5 lu dirni weng lu telne weng go logo go magen ge tamone mier ge tem ci lok ma pejo kati ma an Pierre kana ma chalo a read ka chel mo tiu ka chel ki GIZ anani kay nen ki heritage ci ramo nya ko nyige pian tinne ki tuju kama warriors ñone joma ge yawo die ki neexo dano ki ya chule ki border districts wengi kama gi beri yen pole jone beri wi gori loko karim ma dit ni pero ni weng te aki Kotido district donc loko cher ma pol to trad bol tel mi Kotido district ni niere gen go lok lo teno gi ci recommendations mi ma duong ma paramo kwacho ne weng du kan ento gen tie gi lok mo kene we ge katini maka ka we ko mon ko deployment donc chaw time la tala mon di pe we ni jomi astu donc ge chaw chal maramo ke chalo gi agago mo kan tie bim kan mo tiki gen ni level ni romme neno ni beber padano yermalo mano kun gero lok me yala pakar mo jongo yermalo o berutie MPs o beru pe kan pian MPs ma ko tung botwa ya choli la teso kidong MPs pakar mo ja gen pere ene yo beru gaba chel ma ne kat dire ma ja gore ma dong chat kita ket recommendations and teach mi ke wek na galo tere romme members of parliament be go betie pian kidong level me kadong gok dire ma ke kwala diang chike maro wonera ni karmo jong kong ke tue obe buñ ma pa ki justice mi orbeda tie pian ena juyi ki lobo ko ge chigen ke chere gamo diang chike weko gen mer don ker kunne jonate anya mer nya ñu go pimo wingo lo tela may border districts o wengo no ni kara gen ker ki makge ke chere ma diang pour gen dugu gamo so mi re ki lob jone ke chet menera ni gine ne pego time ento pero twale karmo jang winyo le mi mudoko kira gin timo dan kene ene yero anai fa anai ene yemer ke tim ge kwere cha ta ge ke gen ni as tu ka go timo matek wang ma ala bero tie kuno ku be ke lo dir afoy manda
okay ka choka ene wayobo pian wanano peko ma dano tika ndongo ne e kara moja teso kia chuli ma peko ene pole watika nano ni lukuo diang magitika ake e kara moja to twale kotido gitika bino ya gago gitika bino kitgum gitika kwalo dien gitika neko dano gitika balaje mapol chuwa no ne kid ma peko ene tika di ka bereo adeken wen a chuli teso kara moja peko en petwar tum kawa bere ka lok chalu tele ma chuli ken watam no warip ching kilo tele me teso kara moja e roma pat wek nen peko en ke dwa ko pin watam no per tek ma neno ni wakelo political leaders chal LC5 subetie RDC subetie ke UPDF ben gubetie ka choka makere ober communities er ka choka matine watam no mero gudok pere ma community ber wacho ni community lo tele ma roma pat dongu bin ka chel ma neno ngoma gitwa timne
ka choko ber ma pol adida ene do ka choko me bo na krana ki wajo ke
ayo
tira kit ma ka choko te gor kida ala la ka tiga benu tie ma le ka choko
atika nene alaka tie ngene per ma kita ben petwar chopne ni na chel ano per tekne e ka neno ka joke me chel lo tele ma gor wara kin man ge logo kere chui man ma tika bien ma tek ko twalo ti ma tek da kerwe non la tele me agago nyo la tele me kit gume be nget la tele me ko tido no pu be yoto twal ere chan watika neno tika be la ka chel be no tido ka go don plan la ka chel ngoma gitwa timne la ka chel mana na gedwa ko pero me kuodiang pero me ma community stinga no ne malupo ki kera ni pojong
o kingi ka choke ni mauti mene ma part bok ki ka choke ma charo dul ma charo ZZ nenu tie ni ngom ken ma dok mu rombe de kerman metimne ya kel wani kom kuodiang ka cher ki nek pa kar mu jomate ne ko wax ma ti ko da lañ
angeni malupo ki ka choke ini ki bieno ki tama pat ki bieno ki yo ma pat ma ki tukan ma ki tikana na mero ki ti kere me joko ko diange ni o dok pin mena na community ku beti kuj chi ma pera ta ko mo ber kanano mo ma ki twar tim ne mero lup kon tieke palo tela pien lo tela tieke jema pol ma ki twar tim ne aga chel mena ni ki do ko pera ni pin so mero bera lup ni ma chalo GZ ka gi moti mo bena ma lo tela mero tim ne magwak mero chen ki bot GZ ba ko time wan ben fut ba ti kar mo o ber ke kar mo mi chen wek program ma kero ke tim we ko kon lwa
ma ti wok ke lan pa kar mo jong choko chuna ngo ma chalo dul ma ron chalo pera ngo ma chalo bot
ana ngene ene te pa ma dire ene te pa ma ka chalo wa ti kana lwa ma chuli ene piti ka guda chuli ke ken pa ene be ti wa iteso yo ma testo ka ko ka chele we kar mo ja bene manan gi bieno gi tema ranyo ma poli gen bene pa ene ti bot ge ana legne dana go di chwingi mer waket gen kom lo tele ma wan wa yer ki lo tele ma chalo UPDF ka ge ti ka bieno ben wa mi gi ngech ma mete je wati bu chi wa ki lo tele wa nan wa chop gen wa chop pa ene piti ka di gen ken en ka di lo mo ken bene
eli go yo las wat donc ma di pe di moti me mer wat ma pat
okay angene gel mo ken ma mer wat ne bo lo ene ni ku katika time kete nyo pero katika time kete chalo pero po jongi pi watam ni UPDF kar bitimo nyo lo telmo yer kan ti wan mero warip chingwa ka chalo pero mo kete katika time bena ka gimo time ro bena mi chalo ngej bot lo telmo megwa ha chalo UPDF chalo RDC chalo SC5 mero bede ngej ka wa kupe ma wa yabo chwinywa ki ben wati bena ki wuni yak po jongi bena ki wani yo mo kene ti community magitwaro mi magitika mi ngej bor jong chani wa ko ngeyo kamano diang ti ye so ka ngeyo ko di dar ma kero magiti ken pin mi ro chwa lokke bor lu tela wa ko nge wa ko kwany yo ci bena wo ber ki yeyo pien en petwaro lwen ken mi lwen la ka chel ki ngo ki lwa faya yeah
alright wajuli mentaktot brala activity ni wati ya BIM district mino i district kwata kama ka chakama dit man mi mik pikuch oberutie iye kama kelo we koma bit kachel ki dul meneno lokom goko kuch ki district mapar matek ya chole subprison kachel mieno ki itesa subprison kachel ki karmoda subprison gino duju beruti kan we koma bit RDC kadong bene obedu ki ludiro man mi mon kachel ki police kama guberi kermi lok mapola da kama ngat ma obedi juma obedi kerman me kelo program ane GZ minena tini nyako lok berutie wekene ni yela pakara mo jong o chero chi o ya gikine and kanyano kin lok mo ken makete kede ene yemina na tiwol to ni rome goko ku ci mier ke yil malo i reason ni ducu ma ti wang bode ke don bene mo ken gin ma mier ke beti kero meti mone ene yemina na ti oloto ni lutino lokman mi kwan ki yilo rome ma tek to le kar mo de sabrizon mina ni lutino wen go beri i boding kangu beri kero minongo minu fonye minu tikin lok mo kenne make mio machalo recommendation ko beri ki waja ti ulto ni lutala magyak minu ki i karmo sabrizon ko beti kerman me kwayo kija minu pi arani makarmo jong tika beri kerman me timne mini reason mi acholi ka chel ki teso sabrizon ikin gamo kenne ma okete ene yemina na ti ulto ni gamenten guchulo jaw mageno cherchur wenyo mino kwama megi malope kia lunch mino minek kadon bene kit gamo kenne motimene minana ti ulto ni dien ma cherchur wenyo mier kenen bene ke chulo pierre ke ko padan wen kenen bene ke chera ke chulo min tikin lok mo kenne mo timme ma ke kete kerma recommendation ika chokke ma timme inin matini ke bene kitung bot GZ ki wajati ulto ni mier god beti ker minongo dul mo go beti ker metim ke kwera mino malope ki anywere ka chel ke yak pa karmo jong matekati me lok mo kenne bene ma karo ene ka chokke min matini ene ni kene wajati ulto ni o miero ki yap yo malach mino mi wap makelwati ni security road weke nene ka kwalo o dien berutie noriamo ko duleni chero chibero o yoro mino tikin gamo wara ka choke moti metin ki abim and lok tiu ber ma pol adida and duju wani beri kerman min nongone ki bodwan wa beri kerban min yak matot matak twal ki bota RDC man mi ko tidu district en ber mi tamame wa no ben ulok ma ki bodwon kom bit man mi kapiere bong district mati itese subprison ka no ben ki bot won koma beach man mi agago district en beno nyoro lok ma mege ma loppe ki ka chokke minir matini wa ko ne lok ba pat tega beri kerman metime eni kilma to kede wa foy ma taktwal wa foy in metikene no Brightline TV e ni matini mino e abim district